Slade gave Captain Mullins a doubtful look, then continued. Why don't you let us move in on these assholes? We know what's going on in there. If we can't get the warrant, I'm sure we'll find the evidence we need once we get into that facility. Someone will probably talk, Slade said. Mullins leveled a well-practiced, annoyed look at Slade. You don't get a search warrant so you can go find evidence. We have to have more than a hunch to convince this soft-on-crime judge we're stuck with. Get me concrete... Slade interrupted him. Yeah, concrete evidence. You keep saying it. But what about probable cause? I believe we have that, at least. People are suffering. Right now, gaslit teenagers are being pimped out to old men. Right down the street. We should be busting down the door right now before they move them again and we lose these people for good. You know we can't do that, Mullins said. Maybe you get a handful of girls out of trouble, but the men running them will walk. Any evidence you obtain without a warrant is considered... Slade cut him off again. Yeah, I know. Fruit of the poisonous tree argument. I argued against it in college. Janie rolled her eyes. Here we go. A confused look gripped Mullins' face. You did? Yeah, I don't disagree with the Fourth Amendment. That is a good thing. But hardened criminals who spend a life enslaving others shouldn't walk because of how evidence was found. I just don't agree with that expanded interpretation of the law. You would be breaking the law by barging into their place, Mullins said. Yeah, but you know what? It's my career. If I want to sacrifice that to rescue these women and bring down a human trafficking ring, that should be my choice. I'd be willing to face the consequences. How the evidence was gathered does not change the fact that these men are guilty of their crimes. That's the end of the reading. And so here, midway through chapter 1, we find a frustrated Detective Mark Slade arguing semantics and, legal points with his captain because he wants to barge in and stop a human trafficking ring. Is he being overzealous? Maybe a little bit. But I like his argument on the Fourth Amendment because it was expanded to protect criminals, basically. And, that seems to me to be unfair to all the victims of their crimes. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you had to think about this. And one of the things that I enjoy doing in my novels is addressing real-world arguments by the use of fictional tools and situations. I think it makes it a little more interesting. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for listening. Catch you next time.